How and when did you start rapping?
Uh, it's been quite some time. I've been putting it down for some years now. As everybody knows, I've been around the game for a while. But I think what influenced me in rapping was just the ability to express myself in a way that would let me do it through music. I don't know. It's just something that I was gifted with. I can say the talent to be able to express my music and emotions uh, from the heart in the art form that everybody can relate to, being from the streets. Um, I just try to give our people what they want to listen to, and I try to give them some real shit from the calles that they can relate to because nobody else is doing it.
Yeah, okay. Many people see you as one of the greatest or even the greatest Chicano artist in the game. How do you think about this and how do you see yourself in the business?
Well, as far as my fans seeing me in that particular way, it's very flattering for them to consider me as one of the greatest or the greatest. It's something that I feel very proud of, and I do it for them. I
Yeah.
do it for me as well because it's what I like doing, but mainly it's for my fans that I do what I do because without the fan, you wouldn't be anything. So you got to keep it true and keep it real and give them what they want to listen to as long as you don't be bullshitting like certain people do. I just try to be as honest as I can with my fans. I'm a very down to earth person. I don't think I'm better than anyone. I don't think I'm anything that someone is not. I'm just myself, and either you like me or you don't. And I'm straight up. Either you're my homie or you're not. Hold on, my cell, Dennis.
Yes.
Okay, I have to shut it off. And either, like I was saying, either you're down with me or you're not. If you ain't down with me, well then I guess you get a big fuck you. And if you're my homie, then much love. I will treat you and respect you like you're my homie. That's just how it is with me.
Your new album, which is all in Spanish, El Gran Pelon, is dropping this week. Tell us about that album.
The Gran Pelon, well, that album is something that I just did, trying to be a little different, trying to kick a little bit of different styles in that particular album. And the reason why I did it, it's because I'm trying to open up doors for our people on a major level. I know it's very difficult for us to be heard uh, and to be recognized throughout the world with the attention that I think we deserve. There's a lot of people out there that have a lot of talent, and there's people out there that are doing things, but instead of helping us, they're only helping themselves. I guess it's that they feel insecure, or they feel that if another artist of their caliber is in the same area where they're at, they're going to get dethroned or something, or they just feel inferior and they don't want to help. But I'm trying to do something to open up doors for my people, and then after that, I will go back to my normal hardcore gangster shit. I'm just trying to, step in the door, open it up a little bit, and let all my homies in.
Another new release is your compilation Only the Strong Survive. Describe that one.
Only the strong survive.
Yes.
Well, that's a compilation that was just released, or that will be coming out very soon. I myself put it together. It's got Seldom Seen, which is my label mate, my homeboy Shadows on it. It's got Slow Pain on it. It's got Nino Brown. It's got Little Demon, Snipes, It's got a lot of homeboys on there that are from the Los Angeles area, and that's because they're my dogs, you know. And I only work with people that are my homies. I don't like to work with people just for business. Can't forget Texas. Okay, got some homies out from Texas on there, Just Latino and the Four Corner Hustlers, I believe. Anyways, like I was saying, you can't forget who your homeboys are, and that's the reason why, you know, I got them on that album. You know, I try to deal and work with my folks, and that's about it. It's a very tight compilation. It's off the fucking hook. Go pick it up and support. It's the shit. Another Knightowl classic.
You have released more than 20 different albums. How do you keep the creativity in your music?
Well, creativity in my music is just done by speaking from the heart. The way I see it is every day there's something new to talk about because every day is a new day. I expand my mind to the fullest and I live every day different than I did the day before. So every day you have new, I guess I would say, experiences.
Many people thought that your new album El Gran Pelon is your last album. What's up with that, and what can we
No,
expect from you?
I have, it's not my last album. I have another album. I'm going to break it down. Okay, I do have another Spanish album done already,
Yes.
which is all hardcore gangster shit. Nothing but gangster shit. I have also a album in Spanish as well, which is another album in Spanish, and that one is me and Mr. Shadow together, the whole album. That will be coming out next year. Actually, both albums will be coming out next year. I have another 2 English albums that are done already. Okay, I got one titled Jailbird and another one titled The Night Stalker. Jailbird will be another typical classical Knightowl album full of gangster shit, and you know it'll be similar to the Ghetto Bird. It'll be that type of album. And the other album, which is The Night Stalker, that particular album will be catered and dedicated just to my people. It will be for no one else. I will probably not feature anybody on that album. It'll probably just be myself. You know, I'll have Cosme on the album because he's the one that does a lot of the oldie stuff with me. But that particular album will be catered only for my people. It will be based upon oldies, some old school tracks,
Yeah.
couple things similar to In Love with a Gangster for the ladies. It's going to be something that will probably be the greatest Chicano album ever, because I'm going to make sure that it's just for the Chicano.
Yes, okay. What is your situation with your first label? You were on Familia Records these days.
Okay, well, the situation with Familia. Okay, let's talk about that now. Familia Records. The way I hooked up with them was through a friend of mine from Norwalk gave me their number. And he told me, hey, there's this label looking for Latin artists that are doing shit. At that time, all I had ever done was raps about my neighborhood. Just gangster raps to instrumental beats.
Yes.
You know, talking about the hood. And at that particular time, I wasn't doing stuff professionally. But everybody used to tell me, damn, man, you ought to do something with yourself, man. Your shit is tight. And I was just a kid rapping then. And everybody kept telling me to do something. And one day, I said, fuck it, man. I might as well just do something since this is what I like to do. The love for music was just so great that I pursued a career in music, and I never gave up, you know. I just kept at it, kept doing it, even though through the times when I did my music and I did a lot of the shit that I was doing then, I got a lot of negative feedback. Some was from my own homeboys. You know, a lot of them would be like, "Hey man, that's some nigger shit, man. Why don't you stop doing that, man? That ain't fucking raza shit, man. And what the fuck, you know, and blah blah blah." And you know, I basically told them to fucking go suck a dick because you know I was gonna do what I felt like I wanted to do. I didn't do it, you know, like a black person does it. I did it the way a Mexican motherfucker would. I did it my way, and you know that's how you know the fan base was created. I kept it real to my people, and I just kept doing my music, and the fan base just kept getting bigger and bigger. And I gave that dude from Familia a call, and we talked, you know, and all of a sudden I had an album together. You know, at first that album was supposed to go through some label from Miami called Pan Disc. We had did the record, and they were gonna put it out, and they didn't know what the fuck they were doing, because they was doing all that Miami house, Stevie B type shit,
Yeah.
and they didn't know what the fuck they was doing with the record, so they didn't want to give me my masters back. They kept my shit, and they didn't want to give them back, and I ended up having a cassette of the whole album, and off the cassette we went into mastering with it, and we finished a few songs from the album, and then we finished up you know, the rest of the album like I was saying, and I let Murray Brumfield from Familia put the record out. Well, as he put the record out, at that time I was very ignorant to the business. I didn't know nothing about the business. So, you know, he sold like 50, 60,000 units out of the trunk alone, and a whole bunch of sound scans, which I never got paid or credited for. You know, so basically he was ripping me off, you know, and for the next couple of, you know, years, you know, I did a few things with him, and I didn't know what the situations were as far as getting paid and all that, because I was just learning about the game. And shortly after that, I bounced out of there. I got a deal with BMG.
Yes.
I did some stuff. First, before I did that, I did some stuff on a compilation with some people from Greenside Records, and we were supposed to do an album which was titled The Wicked West, which was my second album. Well, we did that album, and after that, you know, they pretty much went out of business. They did me dirty. They fucking never paid me, and once again, you know, I got fucking screwed in the business. And then after Greenside was gone, I went direct through BMG with a fellow named Luis Pisterman, which, by the way, is a big fucking crook. Anyways, that motherfucker, you know, he helped, you know, put my stuff out at all the stores, and he was getting everything going, and my shit was moving, and it was selling, and this one, right after that, that's when we did Nightmares, and shit was going good. Excuse me, before we did Nightmares, we did Shot Caller. Shot Caller, I had did some little situation with Murray Brumfield where he was distributing the album. After that, we did Nightmares. Once we did Nightmares with BMG, you know, it was selling, it was doing real well, but I started seeing that I wasn't getting paid. You know, it was just a situation where, fuck, Knightowl's getting screwed around again, because of the way these labels work is they never pay people. You know, they just fucking tell you they're going to give you so much money up front, or they're going to, you know, give you this and that. All of a sudden they charge back on all kinds of different shit, posters and the studio expenses and this and that. You never end up seeing no fucking money. You know, they just overcharge you for all kinds of shit. And I never seen no money from them people. So what I did then, I just, you know, was learning about the business throughout those years, and I got wise, and I said, fuck all these motherfuckers. I'm going to go ahead and start my own record label, and I'm going to do my own thing. So that's when I started my own record label, did my own thing. Everything from before then that I had did belongs to me, because there was never no contract or paperwork on none of that other material. Everything was done figuring, okay, we're gonna pay Knightowl. I mean, basically they were robbing me, but I took back all my masters. I got everything back, and I re-released everything on my own label, Sawed Off Records, because it's my shit and I own it. A few other people, were like, hey, you know what, man, that's my shit, and we had situations where we argued upon who the shit belonged to. But basically, all that music is mine, and anybody else that's dealing with any music that is mine, they're bootlegging my shit because it's my music. It belongs to me. The masters are mine, and when I catch up with those motherfuckers that have bootlegged some of my music, I'm gonna crack their fucking head open because that's my shit, and they're tampering with my money.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's just how it is.
You have dissed Low Pro a few times, so give us an inside look in the situation with them.
Low profile, huh?
Yes.
Well, like I said, I was on the Wicked Minds website, and I seen somebody, or actually I read an article about, Low Profile and Sawed Off and what the beef was, and they were asking me some questions, and I returned the article with my answers, and the answers were about Low Pro, that royalty, I mean, he's a very scary person. He's someone that hides from everyone. He never comes out. He has people work for him because everybody hates that dude, and people are after him for many reasons. I don't like him because of many personal issues that I really can't get into. I'll say a few things, but I can't speak on everything because I just can't, and that's just the way it is. But I can tell you this. He paid for protection, and at one time he thought he was a tough man because people were protecting him. And once they took his money and squeezed what he had, they were like, fuck him. And once again he became the pussy that he is, and started hiding again. Just for a few months while he had that protection, he felt that he was invincible. And he tried to get certain people to come towards me and to do to me what they were doing to him, but that was not going to happen. I didn't allow people to disrespect me because I'm not a bitch like he is. People disrespect those that allow themselves to get disrespected, or those that deserve to get disrespected. I myself have always been a righteous person, and I've never burned anyone. I've never stepped on anyone's toes. Therefore, respect is given to those that deserve it. As far as the Little One situation, people have always asked me about Little One and how come he's done stuff with Low Pro. Well, if you read that article on wickedminds.com, all your answers will be filled. It also speaks on Shadow. Read that article, like I said, once again, wickedminds.com, and check it out, and you will know every answer that you want to know about the Low Profile and Sawed Off beef. Fuck Low Profile. They're all a bunch of bitches.
You mentioned it now that you are working with the Wicked Minds, and a lot of people were wondering about that and about your relationship with Baby Wicked. Let us know more about that.
Baby Wicked. Well, I think she's a very sweet girl. I met her at a show that we was doing up in LA, and I never expected for things to turn out the way they've turned out. We just started talking, and we became really, close, and it's gotten to the point that We call each other every day, and we talk about a whole bunch of different things besides just music. That I'll leave to you guys' imagination and to wonder what it is that we talk about. But I will tell you this about Baby Wicked. She's got a lot of talent. She's a very sweet girl. She deserves the world. And I think that together, me and her, we're going to make great music together. We're going to do an album together, obviously. I spoke on that before. And I will be featured on her album. And we're just going to take things one day at a time and hope for the best. And hopefully everybody responds to everything in a positive way.
Yeah, okay. Is there anything else that you want to say to your fans or to your haters?
To my haters,
Yeah.
you bunch of faguetas, eat a dick, suffocate, swallow on the foreskin, motherfuckers. This is Knightowl, Sawed Off Records, representing to the fullest, bitch. And if you don't like it, fuck you and fuck your mother. I really don't give a fuck. Wild Town Crazies, bitch. That's right.
And what about your fans?
And to my fans,
Yes.
you motherfuckers are the best. Because you deal with the best, Mr. Knightowl. I respect you, my fans, the way you respect me. And I will always love you the way you love me. Because without you, my fans, I wouldn't be nada. And thank you very much for supporting me and for giving me the love that you've given me throughout the years. And I will always put it down for the big 1-3. Sawed off for life.
I forgot you to ask that one. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago. You mentioned that you will come with your own website. When and where can we expect that?
My website, it should be up and running by the end of next week. The name of the website will be MrKnightowl.com and SawedOffRecords.com. So make sure that you guys start looking into that website. It will be some dope-ass shit that will have a lot of pictures, a lot of different issues, interviews with different people in the game that I deal with. And it's going to be a dope-ass fucking website that I'm sure I'll be linking with other dope websites like yours, CalifaRap.net,
Thank you.
WickedMinds.com, and a few others that I won't mention yet because I don't know if they deserve to be mentioned. But, BrownPride.com, that's another one, SudeñoRap.com, and that's all I can think about right now. But we will have our shit up and running, and we're going to make it happen for all my fans. And right now, I was thinking, though, I should let them know about all the releases that I have available right now on Sawed Off Records, just so that all my fans know where to go and pick up these fucking magnificent pieces of artwork.
Start listening.
First of all, I think that it's important that I let them know we have the first Knightowl CD, which was the one that Familia used to, distribute, that is now on Sawed Off Records. Make sure you buy everything from Sawed Off. If there's an album and it doesn't have Sawed Off stamped on it, please don't buy it. It's a bootleg. Support the real, the people who deserve it. I got The Wicked West, which was my second album. We got Shot Caller. We have Nightmares. We have The Bald-Headed Kingpin, which was my personal classic. Everything on that album was straight gangster and was done from the heart. That was something that I did, not giving a fuck about what anybody thought. I did that album for me. We have The Ghetto Bird, which is my current album right now, that features Cocaine, Dash Dillinger from the Dog Pound, Jail Felony, Brenton Woods, Psycho Realm, Mr. Shadow, my homeboy Cosme, another one of my homeboys Cottonmouth, Seldom Seen, Sugar Free, Big Psych, D-Shot. I mean, it's got a whole bunch of people. You can pick that up, and you won't be disappointed. I also have the Best of Knightowl Volume 1, which has a lot of the classics that you people like to listen to. I got Best of the Knightowl Volume 2, which has a little bit of different songs, because there are some people that like certain songs better than others. So I try to give those particular fans their own copy or version of the Best of the Knightowl. And then I went and I asked around which songs were people's favorites. I had a big little ballot, and people send in, what they thought was their favorite song, and I put out the most requested. That's how Knightowl's most requested came about. I got the Best of Mr. Little One. That's one of my dogs. I got a compilation titled Thugs and Soldiers. I got a Slush the Villain album titled Based on a Thug's Life. I got another compilation titled The Untouchables. I got another compilation titled 619 Hoodlums. I got a Seldom Seen album titled No Escapes. One of my homeboys. He's very dope and talented. I got Episode 13, California's Most Wanted, Out the Bird's Nest. I got another Mr. Little One record titled Once in a Decade Part 2. I got Mr. Shadow Presents Street Thugs. I got another release coming out very soon titled Fingers, Classics for the OGs. Mr. Knightowl Presents Fingers, Classics for the OGs. Now that particular album, if you guys are OGs and you like the old school and oldie flavor from Roger and Zapp, then go pick up Classics for the OGs by Fingers. That's a very fucking dope album. The whole album is all talk box. Got your favorite oldies being replayed in talk box. Got some old school shit being played in talk box. Just remember, if you liked Zapp and Roger, which was, like, to me, the kings of the old school, then you need to go pick this up, because it's off the fucking hook. I also have the Shadow album in Spanish titled Soy Mexicano. Make sure you pick mines up and not the Diablo version, because Diablo, in a shisty and shady way, put out an album on Shadow, which he shouldn't have put it out. But I have the same album, obviously with a different cover and all that, but there's a big difference between my album and Diablo's. On my album that I'm putting out, Shadow is talking shit about Diablo. He's dissing Diablo for all the shystiness that he's done and for the way he fucking did that shit. But pick up my version. It's got the Diablo diss. Make sure you get it. I also got another compilation coming out where Slush the Villain is dissing the shit out of Diablo as well. He's talking mad shit about that little paisa. Anyways, make sure you pick all that shit up. El Gran Pelon, my Spanish album. Make sure you pick it up. It's fucking dope. Shadow's album will be titled Soy Mexicano, which means I am Mexican. Man, I think I got pretty much everything. I don't know if I forgot any compilations or if there's anything else that I might have left behind. I don't know. But if I did, I'm sure you'll see it around. But don't forget to pick up nothing from the Sawed Off catalog. Everything on Sawed Off is dope. It's the shit. Because we run this fucking game. This fucking game. This fucking game. This fucking game.